Hi everybody. My name is Richard Hudson. Currently enrolled into Intro to Entrepreneurship class, Columbia College. My business proposal for today will be about a volunteer app. Um, but before we get into that, let me give you a bit of a background about myself. Currently enlisted in the United States Navy. I have been in the Navy for about 10 years. From North Carolina, stationed in San Diego. And one of the many things that I would like to talk about is volunteer opportunities, right? Most jobs, um, and even the military, likes to see their personnel or their employees volunteering. Um, First of all, it's a great thing to build public relationships. It's a better thing to build networking and strong, um, sustained relationships with other businesses and point of contacts, right? So the intended market for this volunteer app that I'll be talking about would be us, the people, right? Um, and I say that because whenever people are trying to apply for a master's degree program or jobs and trying to put in for recognitions and awards and stuff like that, to include the military, to put in officer packages, um, to build a better quality of living for themselves. Uh, they often jobs like to see, what do you do for the community? What do you give back? How do you give back? Are you building strong leadership opportunities for future people, kids, and children to follow? Um, are you building followers into leaders? And that's very important, right? So one thing I would like to say is building a relationship, strong relationship with companies that could help the community and also help students and get scholarships for colleges, to also help the military build strong networking and supportive systems of the environment surrounding them. Also, I always think it's important to give back anyway, um, not just for yourself, but because we know the kids are growing up. And the kids growing up, when you lead by example, they're going to follow. They're going to follow, they're going to want to volunteer, they're going to want to help this community, right? Um, so that's the intended market for this venture, for this business proposal. The way the app will work is, say, for example, I want to volunteer for the Boys and Girls Club, right? The Brigade Boys and Girls Club. From, say, I get off at 1400, want to volunteer around 1500. For those who are not in the military, it's 3 p.m. Sorry, to 7 p.m. 4 hours, right? Whether it's tutoring, whether it's teaching, whether it's coaching, whether it's to help them get ready for a special event coming up in the near future, um, or whether it's just hard labor. Uh, you go in your app, right? It'll be based like $3.99 or $1.99. And you'll see a list of companies. You'll see Boys and Girls Club, Brigade Boys and Girls Club on there, and you choose them. You go in there. You volunteer for the hours you have chosen. Um, when you leave, the company will be authenticating your hours, right? So they'll be logging it in. You'll get a notification on your phone via email, via um, via the app, right? Because we're all in these days. It's hard to find somebody with a flip phone, right? So everybody has a smartphone, um, and everybody's moving to social media networks and stuff like that, Facebook and Snapchat, which is why these apps are important, right? Just like the working out app. Oh, what did you do today? Log it in, you know. Um, and that's how it works. The reason why it would work like that is because we're trying to move to a green environment. Most companies are moving to a green environment throughout this society, um, and everybody's trying to everybody's trying to save the world and get rid of all this pollution and having to print paper and stuff like that. This volunteer, once you get those hours, it'll be a log. You could just shoot an email straight to your boss, your employees, your college programs to be accepted, right? You just shoot that email because it'll be a PDF logbook, right? It has a PDF algorithm in it. One of the other things I would like to talk about is what this app needs to be successful, right? We never get in life. We never get to a successful point in life without other people helping. And that is true. I believe in that. I believe into the core of that. So what this app needs is companies who are willing to work with this app, right? To have their employees or designate an employee to log in volunteer hours for people, right? This app needs companies like Boys and Girls Club, whether it's internships at working at Apple or Google, whether it's working at the hospital, right, or working at labor jobs. This app is intended for those companies to work with this app. Now, what we would do quarterly with the companies is have a meeting, what suggestions will entail, how can we improve this app, how can we make this app better, right? And I think it's always important to improve because as society grows, the technology keeps on updating. So this app will have updates, but the decisions won't be based solely on my decision on what I think it needs. Because I'm like an open book. I'm an open concept to anything, to any suggestion that I feel is going to help, right? But it's going to be a majority rule, right? It will be a partnership organization that's going to be the form of business that we're going to go with. So partnership business organization. The partnership is it's going to be majority rules, right? And the reason why I say a partnership is because the company's going to have to work with us on helping us get our feet wet a little bit, or 1 foot out the door. This app and or business opportunity will need a number of partners, with each having unlimited liability. The reason I've chosen to run with this partnership business form is because when working with communities and organizations with volunteer opportunities, it will need that company and or that manager to be able to authenticate the hours that the volunteer has worked. The major ideas will be established through creating a voting poll, as I said earlier, and the voting poll will be majority rules. Now, since I will be the sole owner of the volunteer app, I will have the tiebreaker, right? If majority rules and 4 companies think we should do it this way and 4 other companies think we should do it this way, it will be on me to be that tiebreaker. And I think that's the best business choice we could get into. While they will be paying a percentage to the while I will be paying a percentage to the companies willing to work with me on this business venture. So if a partner withdraws from the partnership, depending on the agreement, the money could be paid over time, 3 to 5, 10 years with interest. One of the opportunities I also see that this is going to help will be that the setting up networks, right? Networking systems, building strong leaders. The strengths that I see is also working with communities to help the kids learn about leadership. I think one of the weaknesses that this app would have to adapt to is the updates, right? Um, and maybe the cost of the business, um, because it must sustain a good relationship with companies. So I think that's also not just a weakness, but it's it's probably one of the golden rules, right? We have to build strong relationships with Walmart builds strong relationships with their customers and their and their labor workers and stuff like that. We have to sustain a good relationship with other companies as well. Um, so going into the cost of this company, one-time cost, the app will be available for iOS and Android at $16,000. Services for customers to log in will be about $8,000. For customers to create their own profile, it would be about $6,000, and for customers to rate this profile, it would be about $6,000. The app structure and organization would be about $15,200, and the icon for this app will be about $10,000. Now, for a monthly cost, the employees will be about $500 per month, right? Which is not a lot, right? But for those who are stay-home moms, those who are stay-home parents, those who are going to school part-time and need a part-time job, this can help out, right? Um, Employees hired to solve specific problems such as algorithms and updates to the app will be about $35,000 for 18 months. The legal fees per month will be about $250, and the marketing, which is digital, would be about $350. I say digital because we're moving into an environment that is moving towards social media such as Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, and stuff like that. I find that marketing is very essential and very pertinent to this business because, social media is, right? Because everybody's on their smartphones every day, checking for updates, checking for news, and stuff like that. So, with that being said, this volunteer app in close will be a great opportunity for those to not just give back, but to also have their hours logged in, right? To build strong leaders for the future, and which is very important to us, right? As an environment, we want to get over poverty. We want to help each other out, not break each other down. I think this is a real good opportunity for those to build strong leadership characteristics and skills, right? And I also think that it is an opportunity for us to build strong networking relationships with point of contacts who work at businesses that could hopefully help them later on down the line. I hope everybody takes care. I hope everybody has a great weekend, and please be safe and God bless. All right, take care. Have a great day.